Salamun alaikum. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're gonna talk about preaching with no wages. Well, this is actually an important topic. Hold up, let me fix. I hate this mic. Inshallah, new one's coming in the mail. This is an important topic because some people who want to do things for a wage. They're preaching for a wage. They're becoming like the Dawah bros, ultimately, right? And we know with charity and preaching, it's very serious to not, want something in return. There shouldn't be that element. You get my point. And in the case of what's it called? Charity, for example, says in chapter 76, verse 9, "We only feed you for the approval of Allah. We neither desire from you repayment nor gratitude." Right? And this is very important to know because it's the same idea with like wealth. Now, obviously, if it's for business stuff like trading or like helping people with services, you should charge people. There's no problem with that. Even if we look in chapter 18, right? Khidr, right? He said to Musa, and one second, where is the verse? "77, right? It says, so they took off until when they came to the people of a town, they asked its people for food, but they refused to host them both. So they found a wall therein about to break down. So he erected it. If you willed, you could have taken a wage for it. He said, this is the separation between me and you, and I will inform you of the interpretation of what you have. You could not have patience." So, essentially, the answer is in verse 83, right? No, verse 82. It says, "As for the wall, thus it belonged to the two orphaned boys in the city, and there is a treasure beneath it for them both, and their father was a righteous man, so your Lord intended that they both reach their maturity and extract their treasure as a mercy from your Lord. I did not do it from my authority. That is an interpretation for what you could not have patience." So, in 2177, you check 2187, it says, "Righteousness is not that you turn your face towards the east and the west, but righteous is one who believes in Allah, the last day, the angels, the book, and the prophets, and gives money upon love for it to the relatives, the orphans, the poor people, the wayfarer, the beggars, and for the slaves." So essentially, like in the scenario with Surah 18, Khidr is basically helping out these orphans. So it's a charitable act, right? And we know in charitable acts, right? Like on 76 verse 9 from Surah Insan, it says, "We only feed you for the approval of Allah. We neither desire from you repayment nor gratitude." Right? So yes, in the case of businesses or just services to like casual people, fine. But if it's to something like a charitable cause to someone who's needy, it's better to just not seek any repayment. The mu'mins don't seek repayment. when doing charity. You know what my point is, right? But a similar good deed is also the same kind of way. Preaching. Right? Why should we not, what's it called? Not ask for a wage when preaching? It's obvious, but one of the first reasons is concealing the truth, right? Concealing the truth, it's a horrible act. And if someone is poor, right? If someone is poor, but they're looking for the truth, they have that right to have the truth for free. And have access to it. Have easy access to it. You know what I mean? So yeah. And even I think in chapter 2, a party of the what's it called? Like the people who are given the scripture, a party of them would conceal the truth while they know it. This is in chapter 2, 146. And then we also see like literally in the Quran, it's the same thing. It's like in the same way how the mu'mins, they say, oh, we don't seek a repayment for the charity. The mu'mins also say that for preaching, right? So if you look at chapter 6, verse 89 to 90, those are the ones whom we gave the book, the judgment, and prophethood. Therefore, if these people should disbelieve in it, then we had already entrusted it to a people who were not disbelievers in it. Those are the ones whom Allah has guided. So lead by their guidance. Say, I do not ask you any wage for it. It is only remembrance for the worlds. Get my point? And then even in chapter 38, verse 86, it says, say, I do not ask you any wage for it. I am not of the phonies. It is only a remembrance for the worlds, and you'll find out its news after a time. So this truth and advising the truth, right? How Allah tells the mu'mins to invite to their truth, right? It should not be concealed. It should have easy access. And we shouldn't be effectively seeking wages from it. You get my point? Even if it's not just resources, even if it's like preaching work. That's something you do in your own time. It's not something you do for a living. You see the Dawah bros, they do preaching for a living. And I've even seen some QA people guilty of that. They're starting to ask wages for their preaching. What is that about? That's not the right way to go. You know what I mean? If any of you disagree in the comments, feel free. But that it's like, from what I'm seeing, that is not the right way to go. You get my point? And what's it called? Allah also says, be like the messengers of firm resolve. So, and dang, which verse was it? I'm not as OP as I thought sometimes, guys. Hold on. No, I am as OP as I thought. I still have much better to do, but yeah, this is it. So be patient as were those of determination among the messengers, and do not hasten for them. So like, we should strive to be like the messengers. Even if we're not a messenger, we should strive to like take their example. You get my point. So yeah. You know, sometimes it's like I think of verses that I didn't even put like in the script. Get my point? And I don't even make a script, to be honest. I just think of I just think of the verses in mind I'm gonna quote, have them ready, just write them down, and pull them up. And about sometimes in the middle of the video I'll come up, like I'll be reminded of other verses I can use. But yeah, that's ultimately how it has to be. And there's also another nice verse, I think 8:26. No, 8:36, I think. Yeah, 8:36. It says, "Indeed, those who disbelieve spend their wealth in order to repel from the way of Allah. Thus they will spend it, thence it will be heartbreak for them, and they will be defeated, and those who have disbelieved will be assembled to hell." So think about this. They're using their wealth to spread propaganda on the earth to repel from the way of Allah. And what do we see in 873? I'm gonna spend every chance I get. I'm gonna quote 873. "And those who have disbelieved are allies of each other. Unless you do such, there will be dissension, discord on earth, and big corruption." So, if the disbelievers, they're using their wealth to put it into propaganda and like business investments and these kind of things, and put it into the entertainment industry and health industry, and like causing corruption with the health system and all this stuff. Why not we do the preaching as a side gig, right? Our reward is with Allah, right? We don't seek a wage from it. We're just doing it for like the good deeds, the good deed points, right? If we want to make money, we should put that into businesses that will bring like closer to the cause of Allah. Because the disbelievers, they're using the wealth to repel from the cause of Allah. So mu'mins, like think about why the disbelievers have power, because they ally with each other in business. They have the health industry, tech industry, all this kind of stuff, right? Why doesn't the mu'mins just stick to earning money through those solid things like trade and all that? We don't need to like seek money through these unhealthy ways of doing things. Oh, like through preaching. Like, what is this? That's the mistake Dawah bros are doing. We don't want to make the same mistake as the sectarians. So yeah, subhanallah, I think I quoted all the peak verses. If I did forget any like amazing verses, just say in the comments, to be honest. And if it's like really a good point, I would just pin it. But just a nice short video I want to make, simple, straight to the point, good reminder to everyone. And wanted to quote like more, like I want to not be that generic and quote like other examples and like stories of like prophets and stuff to connect with this topic. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. We do have a Discord server, community server. We have 2 Quran readings every week. I'll put that in the link in the description. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Salamun alaikum.